like to say a few things. I wanted to get this off my chest for a long time. Uh, I've been made fun of, been ridiculed, called retarded, autistic, all kinds of things. Trying to tell people my view of what is going on, where this and that is, and the sun and the moon and the star, all this stuff, right? So now they've come out with the information that the moon is in our atmosphere. Russia, the UK, NASA, they're all saying this, okay? But they're trying to cover their ass by saying, oh, the information was there, we just didn't understand it. The atmosphere is our atmosphere extends 250,000 miles. Okay. So anyway, they're saying the moon is in our atmosphere. I've seen so much footage, and even myself looking through a telescope. You can see detail on the moon, severe detail. And there's also some other anomalies that make you wonder about what the moon really is, but that's for another time. But anyway, let's talk about something here. So the moon is in our atmosphere. Let's talk about the atmosphere. The atmosphere is a pressurized atmosphere, right? Oxygen and all these things that you have is pressurized, right? All this pressurized gases. When a kid blows bubbles, like a little kid blows bubbles, they're round because the pressurized atmosphere is pushing on all sides from every angle. It's pushing, right? So you get a bubble, right? A water droplet on your windshield of your car, right? It's a dome shape, a droplet, and it's because our atmosphere is pushing, keeping it together, and is pushing, if there was no pressure, it would just be all over the place. It would just nothing, right? So anyway, here's where we have a problem. They say on the supposed spherical spinning ball we're on that beyond our atmosphere is the vacuum of space, which is the exact opposite pretty much of an atmosphere. It's anti-pressure, right? To the extreme in magnitudes. It's, literally, you'd be sucked apart, right? We are pressurized beings. That's why when they dive, deep sea diving and all that stuff, there's pressurization and all this stuff that you have to go, Anyway, so you're probably getting what I'm getting at here. So the next thing is the vacuum of space, just beyond our atmosphere. So how is it that, and don't tell me gravity, that's a bunch of hooey, okay? How is this pressurized gas staying on the spinning ball when the next thing out there is an extreme vacuum of space, okay? It's a fallacy. It's an oxymoron. It's an impossibility. So anyway, here we go. If you want to understand what the Earth is, this planate, not planet, planate, planate is a large flat area. See how they mess with words? It's all a big scam. Everything you think you know is, whatever they portray, the powers that be, whatever they say, it's the opposite. Guaranteed, okay? So anyway, I'm not a religious person, but if you read the Bible, which I have, and I already came to these conclusions way before I read the Bible. It says in Genesis what we're on, where we live, and its dimensions, and its we're the only way to keep in pressurized gas is if there was a firmament, a dome, right? That's the only possible way. Okay, read Genesis. You'll see. That's like you get all these religions out there, and they pick and choose what parts of the Bible that they want to believe in, what they don't. That's anyway. That's what I wanted to say mostly. Oh yeah, and this, like the stars and the moon and the sun. They're all right there. They're all right there. If you've ever looked through a telescope, which I have, I've never seen anything what NASA shows you of, and pictures of, and all these supposed landers and satellites and Hubble telescopes. These are all fallacies. They're all lies. They're all bullshit. There's no such thing as satellites. Just go out and look. You can see all the relay stations for all the telephones. They're high towers. There's no frickin' satellites, okay? If you look through stars, through a telescope, you focus them up, they look like, when you're in a swimming pool and you see you're at the top, standing, and you look down in the swimming pool and there's lights, how they shimmer, and that's what it looks like. It looks like these lights, these stars, these luminaries, they're shining through water or some kind of liquid, like it says in Genesis. God separated the waters from the waters, okay? And then then there's the firmament, and we're on a flat surface on some kind of pillars, and there's the underworld. It's all there. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. All these people that ridiculed me and tried to tell me I didn't know what I was talking about. I'll owe me an apology, but don't even worry about it, because this information, this vindication is enough in itself. I mean, like they're trying to say they didn't realize that our atmosphere extends out so far. They're just covering up lies with more lies, okay? That's all it is. It's the same bullshit as always. The sun and the moon are right there. You look at the sun shine when it shines through clouds, and you get rays at angles, okay? If the sun was 90 million miles away, they'd be coming straight down through the clouds, not at angles. Like you just open your eyes. It is what it is. Okay, I'm so happy that this information has finally come out. The moon is in our atmosphere. It's like 3,000 miles away, as far as I know, something like that. Water does not bend. It finds its level. It always does, always has. I've never seen curvature, no matter where I've tried to find it. They've taken measurements from hundreds of miles apart, and the building the buildings, they're not like this, you know. You measure two skyscrapers, 100 or 200 miles apart. They're not like this. Their top and bottom is equal distance.